Hello Gemini, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 26th to July the 3rd. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot, figuring out what it is that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out. Also, Gemini, please make sure that that you're watching my readings on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot, because we always seem to have these problems that crop up regular, where someone is stealing my content and then re-uploading it in like chopped segments on their AI channel. Okay, so yeah, my readings will always be on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot. If you see it anywhere else, then it's going to be stolen content. Okay, right. The first thing I'm noticing here, Gemini, is you've got a lot of blue that's coming out in your energy. Throat chakra stuff, communication, intellect, reasoning, all of those things that are usually associated with how you communicate with others and how they are receiving you. Okay, I feel with all of this blue that you might have a lot of things that you're needing to discuss with others this week. Okay, you got Buffalo and Abundance, and it says generosity, supply, resources and gifts, and Orca and Records, which is very much connected to like ancient wisdom, past lives, karmic contracts, vows and agreements. Okay, now you could also be speaking to certain other people or speaking to an audience about your own experiences with a karmic contract or a karmic situation, right? There's so many different ways that we can read this energy, so we're going to take a closer look into it in a minute with the tarot. Now, with the message of the buffalo, it's saying that they're like the energy is abundance, right? Now, you could have abundance that's coming in, right? Or you could be sharing your gifts with others, and that could be abundance. Remembering that abundance is that umbrella term for what it is that's important to you right now. Okay, it could literally mean anything. Health, money, time. Okay, anything that's a resource basically is going to fall under the umbrella of abundance. So we need to get to the bottom of that one first before we can figure out what else is going on. So can you tell us more about this abundance for Gemini? What's this message of abundance for Gemini? Okay. There's a bit of resistance that's coming through. I don't know if that's coming off of you, Gemini, or if that's the situation in general. There shouldn't be resistance there, though. That's the thing. Okay. With abundance and records, it should be a nice, smooth flow to the energy. There is definitely resistance. Now, it's possible. Yeah, I'm not looking at the cards, okay? I'm just feeling out what's going on at the moment. It's possible that that resistance could be coming from an external source. I don't know if it's like argumentative or if someone is just trying to be as difficult as possible, but there is definitely resistance there. Okay, the Four of Wands, which is beautiful, and the Queen of Cups. Nice. So your abundance is to do with your home. It's to do with your standard of living. Queen of Cups is a very loving, kind, generous, caring energy. It's very, very healing as well. So I feel, in all honesty, Gemini, there are multiple forms of abundance that are available to you this week. Okay, and it's going to affect your home. And something to do with healing. You've got the Devil. Do you remember how I said there shouldn't be resistance here? But I'm definitely feeling that resistance is right there with the Devil. Right. What's going on with this devil energy? It's possible that the abundance that's coming in for you, Gemini, is going to help you to improve on your standard of life, okay? And it's going to help you also to reduce your stress levels. Yeah, what's this devil that's shown up? The Sun and the Four of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. And the World off balance. Okay. Right. Gemini. Gemini. I kind of feel that this is someone who is wanting your attention. Right. The way that they're going about it, though, is a bit of a problem with this devil energy. Now, this individual, obviously, yes, they would prefer the good type of attention. But the thing is, they're not getting any of your attention right now. You're busy, you're spoken for, you're doing something else, right? This world off balance, it honestly feels like this devil energy person is trying to drag you back into an old situation that you have moved on from, that you don't want anything to do with. It also feels a little bit envious as well. Okay, so this person is a bit envious of you. Okay, Seven of Cups also off balance. That's coming out as being a fantasy. What is this devil person's fantasy here? That's off balance as well. The Eight of Cups, yeah. Doing a U-turn, okay. So clearly, yeah, Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck there. Clearly, you have disconnected your energy from this person, like clearly. They are trying to drag you back in. Okay, I don't like that, and I don't think that we should focus on that, to be completely honest. Honestly, Gemini, here's the deal, right? I don't think that they're a threat. Not directly. I don't think that they're a threat. I'm not convinced that they are going to be able to ruin the beautiful stuff that you've got going on, right? I can see that they're likely going to try, but they're not going to be successful. And then it's like their own head is making them even more crazy, right? Because once they get that negative thought, it just keeps swirling around and around. They send you a message, you don't respond, and then they have to find answers then to a million questions that they'll never be able to answer. Remember, that world came out off balance, as did this Eight of Cups, right? So the fact that you're not giving them any kind of attention is keeping them in this cycle, in this loop that they're not likely going to be able to break free from. It is just really frustrating to me, because we've got this gorgeous energy over here, and then we've got this nastiness coming out here. And I always have an issue with that, okay? Because my thing is like, why can't people just live and let live? Why can't people just be happy for others? Do you know what I mean? Why does everything have to be a competition? So yeah, I'm looking at this energy and I'm like, nah, don't focus on that. And in fact, when you don't focus on that, it makes their job a lot harder to try and suppress your joy, stamp out your joy and your happiness. Okay, now obviously I don't know who that person is. I don't know if it's someone that you're related to, a co-worker, an ex-co-worker, someone that you used to have a relationship, an ex or an ex-friend, right? I don't know who this person is to you at all. The only thing I can do is read the strongest overall energy. And it seems to be that you have done a lot of growth and recovery since you stopped dealing with that person. Maybe that's the karmic situation. Because remember, you've got the Orca here, which is connected to karmic contracts, right? So, for all I know, you could be currently dealing with this right now. You've clearly got a lot to celebrate here. And this energy does not want to celebrate you, does not want to celebrate with you. Because they're so consumed in this devil energy. Okay. So this could well be the karmic contract that is actually coming to an end this week. Okay. Because you're observing their behavior, you're watching their patterns, and you're realizing, right, that is not normal. That's not normal at all. And then sort of you finding a way to end that karmic contract. Okay. I do apologize as well, Gemini. Today it is extremely, extremely humid. I do have the air conditioning in this room, but I have to turn it off while I'm doing a reading. And as soon as I turn it off, you get all that heavy, sweaty air again as well. So it's really quite hard for me to focus. Okay, it's draining. The UK temperatures in the summer are incredibly draining. I'm sure that you would have heard about it before. Right, so why is this happening? Your catalyst is the wild women and free. Personal power, instincts, and free from inhibitions. Okay, so the catalyst is your freedom. This is what is pushing you into taking action this week. Can you tell us more? Oh, yeah. So it's not just the humidity that's doing that, Gemini. It is the fact that there is pushback in your energy, and there shouldn't be. There absolutely shouldn't be. It's like someone's determined to be miserable no matter what you do. Okay, the Page of Swords, and that one's come out off balance. The catalyst is misinformation. What's this message? The Seven of Wands and Death. Okay. The catalyst is someone's been misled. All right. I feel this devil energy has misled you to some degree. It could have been about another person. You got Scorpio energy that's coming out here. You've got Pisces, Capricorn, Leo. Okay. Right, what's this message of being misled? Five of Wands. Okay, yeah. Gemini, this is someone deliberately trying to cause trouble. Deliberately trying to mislead you about what, that's unclear. Okay, it is unclear what they're misleading you about. It could be to do with love. Love, feelings, emotions, care. Someone is trying to make you believe that another person doesn't care, or they don't care about you, and they actually do. Okay, if this is going on within a group of friends, this could be someone who has singled you out and is whispering crap in your ear. Oh yeah, such and such was saying this, that and the next about you behind your back, and none of it's true. All designed to try and isolate you. All designed to try and make you feel like you can't trust anyone. That's the catalyst. Okay. What's going on in your blind spot? Community. Well, well, well. The trees and community in your blind spot. Allies, community and support. I told you it was bullshit, didn't I? These people have not been slagging you off behind your back at all. These people have been and are supportive of your good news here. These people are celebrating alongside you. You've got one person who is trying to make out, you know, it's almost like they're wanting you all to themselves, entirely to themselves. That's what it feels like. It's like they don't want you sharing this generosity, this abundance with others. They want you to share it with them and only them and no one else. And that's why they're singling you out and filling your head full of all this bullshit. Oh, you never guess what such and such said as soon as you left last night. They never said a fucking thing. They never said anything bad about you at all. This is lies, it's slander, it's rumours, all designed to make you feel like you can only trust one person in the whole entire world, and it's this individual who's filling your head full of shit. You can tell us more about Gemini's blind spot. That's abuse. I'm not gonna play around with words and try and, you know, find flowery language to use. That's abuse. That's the entire pushback that was coming through. Page of Cups and Judgment. Yeah, in your blind spot, you know deep down what the truth is. You know deep down because you can feel it. You can absolutely feel when someone is being dishonest, when they're being disingenuous. What's this Judgment? Actually, no, what's this Page of Cups? The Wheel of Fortune, you see? These people are not against you at all, Gemini. Not even close. Temperance, off balance. So you've got Scorpio energy, you've got Sagittarius energy, like super strong Sagittarius energy. And I feel like these energies are also getting it in the neck. I feel like these energies are also in the firing line. You know who your people are. You know who it is you can trust, who it is you can depend on, who it is that's celebrating with you. You know who it is that is right there on your team, right? You know who your community is. This is literally one person that I suspect is either Pisces, Capricorn, maybe even a Leo, that is trying to convince you otherwise. You need to look for consistency. Okay, something or someone is being very inconsistent with that temperance off balance. That's also the potential for a volatile response when they don't get their own way. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Nostalgia, strong soul connections, past energy. Eagle and guide for what is working for you, Gemini. Spirit guide messages, perspective and divinity. Anything and everything that is not divine, reject it. reject it flat out. What's working for you is you leaning into your own divinity, you listening to your own inner guidance, you listening to spiritual messages that you know because you feel that they are correct. Listen to the danger signs, okay? The devil energy never comes out with any kind of red flags. There are almost always red flags with the devil energy, right? The Magician, that's one of your cards, Gemini. It belongs to you and it belongs to Virgo. With the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. I did mention about stifling heat, didn't I? But yeah, Gemini, this combination for what's working for you is you taking the initiative, okay? You starting something new. You listening to your own creative spark. You being led where your curiosity takes you, okay? The combination of these two is very, very powerful when you consider that the Magician has got all of the 4 aces up their sleeve. They have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Right? This week, you've to utilize your Ace of Wands. That's going to be the strongest metaphorical tool in your spiritual toolbox this week. Okay? This is you taking on new opportunities. This is you being focused on your growth, on your potential. This is you concentrating all of your energy, directing your energy, okay? Being very deliberate. It's also connected to enthusiasm as well, and keeping that sort of positive outlook, right? All of these things are going to work in your favor, and only you can do it, Gemini. Okay? How this is likely going to play out, the egg and birth. Yeah, so the start of something new. Start of a new cycle. A start of a new life. It says new projects, ideas, fresh start and innocence. Okay, so the innocence is connected with the Fool energy, which is connected to the new journey. Okay, so it's that childlike curiosity, that sense of wonder and innocence, that sense of, you know what, I've never tried this before. I'd quite like to try that, and I'm going to give it my best shot, and I'll just see what happens, okay? It's that kind of innocence, all right? It's doing something for the first time ever. Can you tell us more about this new life energy? Yeah, the Six of Wands. Victory, celebration. You being recognized for something here, something very important. Okay, this is a lot of success here. This is you being rewarded. Your efforts being acknowledged and your efforts paying off. It's literally the Lord of Victory. Can you tell us more? Look, look. They're all reversed. 2 of Pentacles. Well, these ones are off balance. 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands. And Strength off, like all of that scattered energy for how this is likely going to play out. Whoever is that devil energy, they are going to end up consuming themselves in their own hatred, in their own bitterness. Okay. This here is someone not getting anywhere with their life, never growing, never expanding, okay? Following the crowd here also. Things going wrong, things going backwards, things getting cancelled, right? But I mean, the thing is, you can't really feel bad for them either, because that's the energy that they tried to put you into. It's completely bypassed you here, Gemini. Their negative intent towards you has almost entirely bypassed you. You're probably watching this reading because you're like, I don't know who to trust. I've been hearing this, I've been hearing that. This person's acting weird. I'm picking up bad vibes. I don't know who to trust. If this person's favourite phrase is trust me, then you definitely shouldn't trust them. I'm going to just put that out there, right? Two of Pentacles reversed is someone dropping the ball. Someone's dropped the ball. They're losing control. They're not getting what they want. You are, though. You got the Fool as your strongest overall message for the week. Trust in the process. It's the same energy there. The Fool and the Egg. I've already, explained it. How this one's connected to the Fool. It's the same energy. And it's your strongest overall message for the week, Gemini. You have to trust the process. You've got nothing to worry about who is maybe stabbing you in the back, who's doing this, that, and the next. It's literally just one person who's making out like 6 or 12 other people are doing it to you, and it's crap. It's bullshit. Okay? You take that leap of faith. You create whatever it is that you're trying to create here with the Magician and the Ace of Wands. You stay dedicated to what your plans were initially, okay? Because your plans are going to work out. They absolutely are. Can you have a healing message for Gemini, please? I'll tell you what, Gemini. I'm just going to put a really quick real-time example on this energy, just so that you can better get a picture in your mind about what's going on here, right? So, quick lived experience. It was last year. We were having significant issues with a certain person, right? Who lives near us. Obviously, I'm not saying anything more than that. But the guy was threatening me and saying that basically he was going to have me out of here, right? He was effectively trying to make me homeless because he doesn't like me. And it was right when I first started doing work on the rockery in the front garden. And when that happened, I thought, well, fucking hell, there's no point me building the rockery anymore, is there? Because, you know, this little cunt's making my life a misery. Honestly, I don't want to be here anymore, right? So I left it for 2, maybe 3 weeks. And then I realized, actually, wait a minute. If I build this now, at least I can wait and see what happens. And in the meanwhile, the flowers will start to grow, right? Now, this was last year. The rockery is completely full and it's in full bloom and it looks absolutely fabulous. And guess what? He is on his way out. He's on his way out. He is literally about to get his ass kicked out, right? So use that as a lived experience example for what is coming through in this energy here, right? Because a different situation, absolutely, but same energy, same vibes. Someone's trying to push you out. Someone's trying to isolate you. They're trying to stop you from creating something very beautiful, right? It is imperative, Gemini, that you continue with your original plan. Okay? Because you're going to see the beautiful results while they end up with nothing. Why they end up with nothing? That's the energy that they put out there into the universe. That's the energy that they get back in return. You see how that works? You have a healing message for Gemini. In the hand, the universe is your partner, number 31. Let's take a look. Okay, feeling secure, taken off, and the universe is your partner. And this one says something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of either your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. It doesn't really matter the source of your understanding. What matters is that it works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, then you will be afraid of punishment for your transgressions. If you believe in a version of a higher power that blesses you, then you will find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hands of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn over your needs and desires to that divine power and trust that you're safe and secure and you don't have anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life. You're in good hands. Your work, family, relationships, home, everything. Yeah, that's what I tried to tell you earlier, Gemini. Everything's safe and protected. You've done all that you can, so now is the time to rest and recharge instead of producing, doing, acting, or strategizing. A hot tea? Oh God, not in this weather. A good book and a soft blanket are in order. Maybe an iced tea, right? But yeah. Things are being taken care of on your behalf here, Gemini. You're in good hands. You're in good company. Okay. Your house, your home, your life. It's all safe. It's all protected. Right, so for your cheeky message, shit is the most valuable substance on earth. All of life comes from shit and returns to shit, so take that shit and use it for your own benefit, okay? So you can take any situation, Gemini, any shitty situation, and make it into something absolutely fantastic. And stop letting shitty people who do so little for you control so much of your mind, feelings, and time. You have way more important shit to do and think about, okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If it has been helpful for you, Gemini, then I definitely would appreciate a cheeky wee like on the video, or better yet, consider subscribing to our channel as well. It would be absolutely wonderful for you to join our fantastic community over here on YouTube. For personal reads with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.